For the love, what are you doing? We're going to talk about it on today's podcast. Hi, my name is Michael Johnson. I'm a ballroom dance professional, a life coach, and a peak performance expert. I'm part of a group of motivated people who are dedicated to attaining emotional mastery and unlocking our full potential. We don't believe others are responsible for how we feel. In fact, we don't believe anyone can make us feel anything. We believe in the magic of ballroom dance. It has taught us how to improve our bodies, challenge our minds, and inspire our souls. And in return, I want to share those lessons with the world. We are lifers, and this is Magic for Life. What's up, lifers? Michael Johnson here with the Magic for Life podcast. I'm so glad you joined me today. And hopefully I got your attention with the intro. Literally, when I moved to New Jersey, I was probably about 22 years old, somewhere around there, almost 22. And just graduated from college, and I decided to move to New Jersey and New York to go follow and pursue my professional career. It was the top of what I thought was the top of my game, and I thought I was a total hotshot, but New York, oh my gosh, who goes to New York, right? Well, isn't that what you do when you're trying to become a professional dancer? Well, it seemed like the right thing to do. So packed up my bags from school straight away from college and headed to New York to live and teach and follow my dreams. And my parents thought I was crazy. Of course, I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And obviously compared to New York, it's a small town. As far as my family goes, I was the first one to move away from Albuquerque in generations. First one to go to college from my mother's side. And, it was a big deal that I was moving away and doing something different. But then when I told my parents I was going to move to New York, they're like, "You are crazy. What are you doing?" And they're like, "You're just going to go by yourself." And I was like, "Yeah, I got to go do this." So I moved to New York, and amongst the million things that were changing and life-changing, one of the things that stood out to me was the language. And they would say things in their language that just confused the heck out of me. When I first arrived, I would say something, and in agreement, they would go, "Yeah, right." And where I was from, in Albuquerque in Utah, anytime you said the words "yeah, right," it was sort of like you didn't believe somebody. So it was like the exact opposite. So, I'd say, that I wanted to go somewhere, and they're like, "Yeah, right. You're not going to go do that." And it was sort of sarcastic and contrary. But I got to New York, and I would say something, they'd go, "Yeah, right." And it was so confusing to me because my brain had to readjust to what everybody was saying, because at first it was like, why are you being contradictory to what I'm saying or what I want to go after? But really they were agreeing. So amongst other things in the language, one of the other things that I heard was from one of my coaches, and his name is Gary McDonald, and he would always say, "For the love, what are you doing?" And it was kind of funny, So it kind of became something that we all picked up because we all loved Gary, and and he was kind of the boss at the time, the big guy on campus. So we all wanted to be just like him. We wanted to grow up and be professional dancers and champions, and so what they did, we did, and that was one of the funny things that we picked up is he would always say, "For the love, what are you doing?" And he'd say that on our lessons, and it just became kind of a funny thing. I remember when I first moved back from New York to Utah, and I said, "For the love," and people would look at me like, "What are you saying?" Because it was something that just wasn't around the area very much, and so it became kind of just a funny thing. But I wanted to talk about the idea. Back in earlier days, and I'm not sure what the actual history is on it, so for all you history buffs out there that may know the correct history, feel free to send me an email and let me know where the origins of this statement came from. I'd be happy to learn about it. But I can make a guess, and without offending anybody, so please don't take offense to this, but I do believe that maybe some of the origins of it were back way, way, way long ago, when somebody would say, for the love of Christ. And so they would be saying it, do this for the love of Christ. And so the idea was that you were saying it to show your love, and not necessarily in a contrary tone or in something that was an exclamation. It was more of, do this for the love of Christ. And so then it kind of got tweaked and changed, just like that other statement could be absolutely two opposite meanings. I think this statement kind of did the same. And so what I'd like to challenge you to do is start to think about this idea of the opposite side of that statement, instead of an exclamatory statement of going, oh, for the love, and maybe saying it negative. Maybe we can say it and talk about it on the other side. And so I created this little statement that I wanted to share with you, and hopefully it resonates with you and connects with you a little bit. But I think that we should dance for the love. We should do the thing that we do for the love. If you're into marketing, great. Market for the love. And you look at it, and if we can change the tone and the meaning for it. If you're a gymnast, be a gymnast for the love of being a gymnast. If you are a football player, be a football player for the love, not for the championship, not for a win, not for that other stuff, because that other stuff will come. You see, the destination is only the light to help you find your way. Just like a beacon in the night or a lighthouse on the coast. The destination is the light that helps you navigate your way towards that goal and towards becoming something more than you were before. See, results are only in the journey. And that's it. The results are in the journey. You've got to do what you do for the love. So when you hear somebody saying for the love, just think to yourself, yeah, that's what I do. That's what I work for. That's why I go to practice. I go to practice for the love of what I do. All my dancers out there, I'm especially calling you out. All of the couples I train, all you peak performers that I work with, all of you athletes that are really trying to take it to the next level, I am calling you out. Do it for the love, not for the destination. Your results will be in the journey, I promise you, because the destination says, yeah, you arrived here and here's your trophy, good job. But for any of us out there that have won the trophy when there was nobody worthy of competing against, it sort of makes the journey not as valuable. So you want competitors, you want people that are worthy to compete against. You want people to compete against in your thing that make it possible for you to lose, because if there was nothing to lose, there is nothing to gain. So for the love, do what you do for the love. I hope this helps you today. We'll keep it short for today's podcast, but I sure appreciate all of you out there. And if you know somebody that this podcast could help, or you feel like might change their life, please share it with them. And if you have a quick moment, I know you got busy schedules, but take a screenshot and hashtag Magic for Life on the screenshot, and just throw it out there on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook. Just help us get the message out and let people know that we are doing this kind of stuff. We are hitting peak performance in our world, in our life. We are becoming lifers for the love. We'll see you on tomorrow's podcast. Bye-bye.
Are you loving Magic for Life? Please like and share our podcast on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Want more magic for your life? Join me for some great Facebook Lives on the official Facebook page at Michael A. Johnson Official.